Race fans, I'm Owen McCall, and I'm here at the New Smyrna Speedway in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Tonight is August 18th, 2018. We have our second feature event of the night. It's the Bomber Division. And here's how they will line up. On the pole position in the number 32, he looks to be sitting there in second right now. It's Adam Burnett. Here on this channel, we have not seen Adam Burnett out here since opening night. So Adam, it's glad to see you back here. Right now, the car currently sitting in that pole position is the guy scheduled to go off second. That's John Delancey in the 77. Then it's going to be John McCormick in the 52, Mike Scannell in the 07, Mike McCormick in the 5, Dan Webb in the 25. Zack Curtis is back in that 63 car, and in the 51 it is Aaron Foye. There is one car out on the track right now that I do not know who it is. That is the silver number 4 car. I do not know who that car is. That was a last-second entry. He did not appear on the sheet that the starting lineup sheet that the track gave me. So the Bombers are set to go for 20 laps of racing action. Right now, they are currently getting the 1 to go signal as Burnett pulls up into the pole position with Delancey on the outside, followed by McCormick, Scannell, McCormick, Webb. My bad. It's McCormick, Webb, McCormick, then the silver 4, and then Curtis, and then Foye in the back. The 51 car of Aaron Foye is a brand new car. I have not seen that car out here before. So, Aaron, welcome to New Smyrna Speedway. Great to see you out here in the 51. And whoever you are in the 4 car, it's great to see you out here as well. So the Bombers are set to go for 20 laps of racing action. Daytona Dodge Pace Truck pulling into the pits. Adam Burnett's going to lead him to the green in the 32 car. We're looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are racing. Down to turn 1 we go. We're 3 wide. Delancey on the outside. McCormick on the inside in the 52. Down into the lead we go. McCormick gets the lead in the 52. Delancey's in second, but Burnett's not going to go away. Here comes the 5. Oh, we're beating and banging. We almost had a big wreck as Mike Scannell pulls into third. Burnett hangs on to 4th. So right now it's the top 3. To the bottom goes Scannell, and Scannell gets into the back of Delancey. Delancey goes around, and the caution flag is out. Delancey was able to do some really good driving there and hang on to it before wrecking it into the wall, but the 07 of Scannell got into the back of him. We have, technically, this race is going to have, we're only a lap in. We didn't even complete a lap, so we're going to have to do a complete do-over. Everyone's going to have to line back up in their starting grid spot. And Scannell ran straight into the back of the 52 on the stop there. Wow, we are having, already this Bomber feature is off to a quick start, as you can see. You know, this is the thing with the Bomber Division. You never know what's going to happen. This is a very inexpensive form of racing, might I add. All you really need is any 4-cylinder front-wheel drive car. You can come on out and race. The rules are right up on the New Smyrna Speedway website. Right now the caution is out around the track as the Bombers are trying to get lined up again. So right now, Adam Burnett has pulled back up into the pole position of 32 with Delancey on the outside in second in the 77. So right now, we're going to do a complete reset. Everybody's going to get back in their spots. So all sorts of stuff happened on lap 1, but it doesn't count because technically the first lap was not on the books. In order to have a complete restart, the leader has to have crossed the start-finish line to complete lap 1. Since the caution flag came out, before the race leader crossed the start-finish line, then it did not count. So 1 to go signal. We're going to try this again. Adam Burnett's back in the pole position in the 32 car, going to lead him to the green. Zack Curtis revving that 63 up, making sure everybody knows its power. So right now, we're going to get going. Now, the New Smyrna Speedway is actually I'll get back to you on this because we're about to go back racing. So Daytona Dodge Pace Truck pulling into the pits. We're gonna do a take 2 on the Bomber feature. Adam Burnett's gonna lead into the green, the 32. Take 2 and action. And John Delancey's gonna get a really good run into the lead here as we go back to 1 and 2. side by side for second between Burnett and Mike Scannell. Scannell's on the outside, and he has a win. He went to victory lane earlier this year, and he's going to get the lead. And that 5 of Mike McCormick's going to come in a second. We almost went 4 wide at New Smyrna. Adam Burnett gets shoved into the way by the 52 of John McCormick. Oh, loose by McCormick. John Delancey is going to come to the line and lead lap 1. Here comes Zack Curtis trying to make a charge to the front of that 63 car as he gets around 52 of John McCormick. Right now, side by side for second, Mike Scannell's on the outside. On the bottom, it's Mike McCormick in the 5, and there's Dan Webb at the 25 in the 3rd spot. Delancey goes up high. Here goes Mike McCormick to the bottom in the 5. Side by side for second, Dan Webb in the bottom. Delancey up high, coming down to the line. New leader, we're 3 wide at New Smyrna. Zack Curtis wants to get to the front of that 63, that Acura NSX, but up front, did I really call it an Acura NSX? Oh my God. If it was an NSX, then it would not be eligible for this division. It's an Acura, I think it's an RSX. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. But right now, up front, it's that 5, followed by the Saturn, that 25, that Saturn, trying to get around there. There's Adam Burnett putting along. There's your pole sitter. But down the back straightaway we go. Here comes Dan Webb to the inside of Mike McCormick. We have a battle for the lead brewing up. Mike McCormick goes up high. Dan Webb at the bottom of the 25. Coming off of turn 4, we have a new leader. It's Dan Webb. They're coming down the front stretch. New leader, Dan Webb. Here comes Zack Curtis now trying to make a charge to the lead in the 63. He's still staying back in 3rd. Right now, the top 5, it's Webb, McCormick, Curtis, who's trying to get to 2nd. Then it's Scannell and McCormick. As Adam Burnett pulls off the track and Zack Curtis goes motoring into 2nd. Coming down to the line, we're 5 laps in, and Zack Curtis wants to get around the 25. 63 of Zack Curtis wants the lead away from 25 of Dan Webb. He's going to try every which way he can to get around. So right now, Dan Webb comfortably in the lead. They're trying to, right now they're coming up to a slower car. That's the 51 of Aaron Foye. And they're going to motor their way around that 51. Webb still holding on in that 25 car. We've seen him in victory lane before this year. Now we're not even to the halfway point. Remember, this feature is 20 laps, and here we go. Scannell's going to go high. Scannell and McCormick are in a battle for 3rd as the 4 car pulls off. Right now, Mike Scannell gets 3rd away from Mike McCormick, but up front it's still the 25. That Saturn of Dan Webb, that white and red Saturn, followed by the 63 of Zack Curtis. Beautifully done graphics on that 63. He told me that he made that car for an event at Bristol earlier in the year. And hard, car in the wall, 5. Mike McCormick's in the wall on the back straightaway. 2nd caution waves, 8 of 20 laps in the books. The 5 of Mike McCormick's in the wall on the back straightaway there. Jumping around, fighting for position, Jocelyn. And he's in the wall. Him and Mike Scannell were battling pretty hard for that 3rd spot, and he went up in the wall there. And we're 8 to 20 laps in. We're not even halfway done with this feature event tonight. This is the first of 2 bomber features. So we have 2 bomber features, 2 50-lap Pro Late model features, and a Super Stock 50. So we have all sorts of great racing action tonight. Now the 07 of Mike Scannell, the thing with that car is while it handles very well on the track, it takes him a while to get revved up from that restart. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Mike Scannell can go back to victory lane for the 2nd time this year. First time he went to victory lane, we didn't get it on video, so hopefully we can get the next win for that 07 on camera here on this channel. So right now they're trying to get the 5 of McCormick off the wall and into the pits. Oh, we had a black flag come out, it looked like. So the black flag might come out for someone. We saw it being, the flagman was pointing it at someone. So the black flag hasn't officially come out yet. The official was just pointing it at someone. So maybe something's going wrong with someone's car and they need to get it fixed, or the official had no problem ripping out the black flag. We are still under caution at the New Smyrna Speedway for the 5 of Mike McCormick getting into the wall on the back straightaway, while battling for position with the 07 of Michael Scannell. And, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very inexpensive class to race. Like I said, all you really need as a car is any 4-cylinder front-wheel drive car. Take all the glass out, put a roll cage in it, you can go racing. The Bomber rules are right up on the New Smyrna Speedway website. I mean, the Bomber cars are great starter cars for people who want to get into racing, so it's worth the $25 pit. It's worth the money for the pit pass. It's worth everything to come on here and race. These guys race for fun. They race because they love it. Money and fame really isn't going to come for the Bomber drivers, but if you really want to race and you're on a very low budget, this is the class for you. Check the rules out on the New Smyrna Speedway website. We'd love to see you out here racing.
That's right. Even I've driven a Bomber car. So, again, it can be you. If I can do it, you can do it. That's for sure. I can barely go down on 4. Drive here. Again, safety crew still attending to the 5 they got up on the hook.
So there we go. They have the 5 up on the hook. They're hauling it away. So right now, the 5 is off the wall. We're going to do one. They're going to do one more sweep to make sure the racing surface is ready, and we will go back racing in the first of 2 Bomber feature events. And again, the Bombers are running their standard 20-lap feature tonight. They're not doing what the Prolets and the Superstocks are doing and running 50. But anyway, it's been a jam. It's going to be a jam-packed racing program tonight.
Start seeing some changes around here. We got a new big billboard up down there by the Jet Tool Room with Bruce Rossmeyer, Harley Davidson, New Smyrna.
Bruce Rossmeyer's Harley Davidson New Smyrna is the newest sponsor here at New Smyrna. I don't know if anyone's noticed their new billboard up in turn 2, but Bruce Rossmeyer's Harley Davidson has become sort of like a thing in Central Florida. I remember one year at the main Bruce Rossmeyer's up in Orlando, they had, I think it was Lita Ford and Slaughter. They had playing a concert up there, and I actually had a blast up there. So Bruce Rossmeyer's Harley Davidson New Smyrna, not the original one in Orlando, but New Smyrna, they're the newest sponsor out here. So I thought I'd give a shout out to them. I found Rusty. So right now we are getting ready to go back racing at New Smyrna. See, there you can see the 5 getting backed back into his pit there in the pits. So they're putting 5 cars up on the hook. They're bringing it back to the trailer. So we're going to be going back racing here shortly. The buggy is pulling off the track, so here comes the buggy. So we'll be going back racing soon. So right now, Webb is going to choose the inside lane. Curtis is up on the outside. Right now, the buggy is doing one last sweep to make sure debris and fluids are off the track. 8 laps are in the books. We have 12 laps to go. The buggy just needs to get off the track, and they'll be given the one-to-go signal. But it's just sitting up there by the gate. Now, a lot of people have been wondering, why have the Bombers been getting double features recently? Well, we've had a lot of rain throughout May and June. I mean, we went through a period where we had 3 straight rainouts. The track finally said enough. We had rain one week, and we sat it out. The rain was there. We sat it out, and we raced. Took us until almost 10 o'clock at night for the first feature to get started, but we raced because the track was tired of having constant rainouts. So the Bomber features have been running the Bombers have been running lots of double features recently to make up for all of the rain that's come down here in Florida during the summertime. And right now it's the one-to-go signal. Lights are out on the Daytona Dodge Pace truck and around the track. Dan Webb has chosen the inside lane. He's going to be leading them back to the green. We have 6 Bomber cars remaining. We have Dan Webb, Zack Curtis, Michael Scannell, John McCormick, John Delancey, and Aaron Foye. So we have 6 cars on the track, 5 on the lead lap. 12 laps to go in tonight's Bomber feature. Daytona Dodge Pace truck pulling off of the track. The number 25 Merckx Saturn, sponsored Saturn by driven by Dan Webb, is going to lead him to the green. We're looking for the green flag. There it is. We're back racing. Great start by Webb as they go down to the line into turn number 1. So Dan Webb gets a great start in that 25 car as they go back through 1 and 2. Zack Curtis in second, but here comes that 52 of John McCormick. So Zack Curtis sitting there in second, waiting to pounce in that 63. This is his first race here in a while, and he wants to get back into victory lane as they come into turn 2. Down the backstretch, here comes Curtis. He wants the lead. Webb doing everything in his power to keep that 63 in his rear view. Zack Curtis is very good in this Bomber division, and you want to keep that 63 car behind you at all costs. So right now, coming down to the line, we're going to get the halfway signal, the cross green and yellow flag. Dan Webb still showing the lead in that 25 Saturn. The 25, the 52, and the 5 are all sponsored by Merckx, which is a sports bar in New Smyrna Beach. So right now, Curtis in that Acura trying to close it in on that 25 of Webb. I think he's got it mostly dialed in, that 63 car, but he's just trying to get over the hump and pass Webb for the lead in this 20-lap feature event. So John McCormick of the 52 has slid back a bit in that 52 car, and Scannell might try and battle for third with him. But up front, it's still Dan Webb in that Saturn number 25. It seems to me that the 2 best cars to race in this Bomber division are either the old Saturns or a Chevy Cavalier. Even if you have a Sunfire, that's fine, because the Sunfire and the Cavalier were essentially based on the same platform, but those seem to be the cars that are best suited for this division. And Webb is keeping it all together with Curtis all over his rear bumper. Down the front straightaway we go, battle for third. Mike Scannell gets around McCormick. So Mike Scannell in the 07 passes John McCormick for third. We have a battle for the lead brewing with 7 laps to go. Curtis right up on the back bumper of Webb. Webb not letting it go. Down the front straightaway, it's going to be 6 laps to go at the stripe. Next time by, it's going to be 5 laps to go, and Zack Curtis wants to get around Webb at all costs. Right now they're coming up to slower traffic in the form of Aaron Foye in the 51. Coming down to the line, it's going to be 5 laps to go. Curtis is up high. We're to go. We went 3 wide very briefly with that 51 all the way on the bottom. Zack Curtis wants to try the bottom line. Curtis is going to try the bottom line. Here we go, the 3 and 4. Zack Curtis is on the bottom. He's going to try. Webb goes down and shuts him off of the pass. Coming down to the line, it's going to be 4 laps to go. Webb is still out front. Curtis wants to use everything in his power to get around him. Curtis is going to try the bottom line again. Zack Curtis on the bottom, side by side through 3 and 4. Here we go. Webb up top, Curtis on the bottom. No driver is going to give an inch. Down out the front straightaway we go to the line. It's going to be 3 laps to go. Dan Webb still has the lead by about half a car. As they go back through 1 and 2, Curtis seems to have the advantage on the low side. No, he does not have the advantage. Webb is going to come up with 2 and clear him. Curtis wants to put that 63 car back in victory lane with all of his might. Here we go. Off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. 2 laps to go at the stripe. Webb still out front. Curtis still in second. Here we go. He gets a little bit sideways. Webb gets loose. Webb drifts up the track. Webb got loose in 1 and 2. Drifted up the track. And Zack Curtis is now the new race leader. Here we go through 3 and 4. Zack Curtis is now the new leader of this race as he comes to the white flag. White flag is out. Can Dan Webb catch Zachary Curtis and go to victory lane once again? Webb trying everything he can, but Curtis is out front of the 63 as they go down the back straightaway. Coming through 3 and 4, Webb does not have what it takes. Coming out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, checkered flag in the air, Zachary Curtis is your winner in the Bomber Division. Now, ladies and gentlemen, during this cool-down lap, I'd like to take a minute to remind you that Checkered Flag Racing Films is funded by viewers like you, so down in the description below, I will have the link to my Patreon where you can pledge and keep this channel running. You can also follow, I'm also going to link you down to my Twitter in the description where you can follow me for updates on filming and when the new videos will be out. When the new video gets released, I'll post the link on Twitter. And ladies and gentlemen, pulling into the Hampton Inn victory lane, here he is, your winner in the Bombers, Zack Curtis. Hold on, let's see if he's going to try and do a burnout. No, he's not going to do a burnout. He's just going to pull into victory lane. But your winner, Zack Curtis.